Hi guys, Pastor Gary here, and it's a new year. Can you believe it? 2012. Oh, not only did we begin a new year, but this past Thursday, we also started a new book study going into this new year, the book of Leviticus. Yes, you heard me, the book of Leviticus. A book that is 3,500 years old, still relevant, still pertinent, still giving us information that we today as Christians can look and see the perfect picture of Jesus Christ in everything that we see. Within this book, it was incredible. As we started, we looked at the first 5 chapters, each one bringing a different sacrifice. The first one had to do with the burnt offering. The burnt offering was that which was offered to the Lord in such a way that it was totally consumed by the fire. It was a sweet aroma, a savory offering unto the Lord, whereas the person making it would say, Lord, I want to be totally consumed for you. Lord, I want to be consecrated and set aside. Then we saw the grain offering in chapter 2. In chapter 2, the grain offering represented the work of our hands. It was the bringing of bread. It was the planting of the seed and then the harvesting of the seed and the separating of the chaff from the seed and then the crushing into flour. Oh, and then we had to take the olives and to crush them, to mix that together, to bring this unleavened, untainted, unsinned bread before the Lord again as a savory and a sweet aroma offering. The work of our hands saying, Lord, not only do I want to be separated, do I want to be consecrated for you, but Lord, I want all that I do to be worthy of you. Then there was the peace offering. The peace offering especially incredible in the picture that we see where a portion is given to the Lord in order for it to be a sweet, savory offering, an aroma unto the Lord. And then a portion coming back to the one that made the sacrifice. The idea being that we would share a meal with God, that we would actually sit down and as we partake from the same meat that would be offered to God, that we would become one. I love that Jesus in his last discourse told us that he stands at the door and knocks, and if we'll open that door, that he will come in and have supper with us. Jesus loved to eat. Oh, besides the sweet and savory offerings, those aromatic offerings made to the Lord, there were 2 offerings that were also available for the matter of sin. The first one being unintentional sin. And the offering would be such that we would come and upon recognizing our sin, take and make an offering that would cover our sin, the shedding of the blood and the offering of the animal. Then there was the trespass sin, or the trespass offering. The trespass that was not necessarily unintentional, but it was a trespass against God. It was that which we did and right away knew it was wrong, and we had to make atonement. Atonement. See, atonement in the Old Testament comes from that word kovar in Hebrew, which means to cover. And that's what was happening with the sacrifice of all these animals, is that sin was being covered. But folks, we have such a much better covenant in Jesus Christ, because the New Testament word for at-one-ment or atonement is that which takes away. And we know that it's Jesus Christ that came once and for all, shed his blood, and it's that sacrifice that takes away the sins of the world. So as we enter into this new year, what I would hope is that while we look at the old and we see what it was that Israel was subscribed to do in the law in order to cover their sin, that we would have a new appreciation for that which takes away our sin, which is Jesus Christ, his sacrifice, his blood. It tells us in the book of Romans 12, and in verse 1, it says, I beseech you, there, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is our reasonable service. And it says not to be conformed to this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that we may prove what is that good and acceptable, perfect will of God. 2012 is the year of the sacrifice. Oh, it won't be bulls and rams and goats and lambs. What it will be is that we will come to the Lord and say, Lord, I want to be the burnt offering. I want to be totally consumed by you. Lord, I want to be the grain offering. I want to bring you the work of my hands and all that I do. Lord, I want to have peace with you. I want to sup with you and to be able to take and to share everything that I am with you and you with me. And Lord, when there is sin in my life, Lord, I'm going to bring about a sacrifice of confession, asking for forgiveness, and through repentance, receive that which is so graciously promised by you through your Son, Jesus Christ. Guys, have a great year. Come and join us at Calvary Chapel, Dayton Valley. I look forward to seeing you there in this new year. God bless you.